Welcome back to Learn Civil Easy. This is the solution video for the 25 question practice paper on road patterns. If you have not attempted the paper yet, pause here, it is free and the link is in the description. We will take every question in order so you can check your answer sheet as we go. And for each one, I will not just give you the answer, I will show you why the wrong options are wrong, because that is where the marks actually are. Before question 1, hold on to one sentence because it answers 5 questions in this paper on its own. 3 of the 6 patterns are radial. Look at them together. The radial roads are identical in all 3. What differs is only what fills the space between those roads blocks in the star and block pattern, ring roads in the star and circular, and a grid in the star and grid. 6 patterns become 3 things to remember. Keep that in mind and section C will feel easy. Now section A. Section A. The 6 patterns and their features. 10 questions. Question 1. The term road pattern means option 1, the geometric layout or arrangement of the road network over the area it serves. Look at the wrong options because each of them is a real thing from a different topic. The cross-sectional shape of a road is the road cross-section. The order in which the pavement layers are laid is pavement composition. And grouping roads by traffic volume is classification. If you have just finished topics 1.1 to 1.3, option 4 is the trap because classification is fresh in your mind. Say it clearly to yourself. Classification is about what a road is. The pattern is about what the network looks like from above. Question 2. The number of basic road patterns usually described is option 3, 6. Rectangular, radial and block. Radial and circular, radial star and grid, hexagonal and minimum travel. Question 3. In the rectangular or block pattern, the 2 sets of roads cross each other at option 4, right angles. That is the defining feature. If they met at any other angle, the blocks would not be rectangles and the pattern would not have its name. Question 4. Out of the 6 basic patterns, the number that are radial patterns is option 2, 3. This is scene 2 coming back already. Question 5. In the hexagonal pattern, the number of roads meeting at each node is option 2, 3, never 4. And that single number is the entire justification for the hexagonal pattern, as we will see in question 15. Question 6. The chief drawback of the rectangular or block pattern is that option 4, a diagonal journey becomes a zigzag, so the distance traveled increases. Now look carefully at option 1. It cannot be extended at the edges of the town. That is not a drawback of this pattern, it is one of its advantages. Easy extension is exactly what the block pattern is good at. Option 2, difficult to survey and set out, is also backwards. It is the easiest of all 6 to survey. When an option states the opposite of a known advantage, that is a deliberate trap and you should be able to reject it on sight. Question 7. In the radial or star and block pattern, the area between the radial roads is developed on option 1, the rectangular or block pattern. The name tells you star and block. Question 8. Ring roads are the distinguishing feature of option 3, the radial or star and circular pattern. Same logic as question 7. Star and circular means circular roads between the radials and those circular roads are the ring roads. Question 9. The minimum travel pattern is planned around option 4, making the total distance traveled by the community as small as possible. This is the one pattern that is not defined by a shape at all. It is defined by an objective. Every other pattern says, here is the geometry, now fit the town into it. This one says, here is the target, now find the geometry. That difference is examinable and it is worth one line in any answer you write about it. Question 10. In the minimum travel pattern, the centers in descending order are option 1, city center, then sector centers, then suburban centers, then neighborhood centers. Option 4 is simply that list reversed and it catches anyone reading in a hurry. Option 2 swaps sector and suburban. Read the order twice before you mark it. Section B. Examples, exam facts and comparisons. 8 questions, and these are the ones most likely to appear word for word in your paper. Question 11. The city roads of Chandigarh follow which pattern? Option 2, rectangular or block. Question 12. The road network of Connaught Place, New Delhi is an example of. Option 3, the radial or star and circular pattern. Now stop, because these two belong together. Swapping Chandigarh and Connaught Place is the single commonest mistake in this whole topic, and examiners know it. Look at the two pictures side by side and fix them in your memory as a pair. Chandigarh, straight roads, right angles, rectangular blocks, Connaught Place, circles inside circles with roads shooting out from the center. One is a chessboard, one is a wheel. Question 13. The Nagpur road plan formulae were prepared assuming which road pattern? Option 4, radial or star and grid. This is the highest value, 1 mark in Unit 1.4. And notice that it reaches back to topic 1.2, which you have already studied. The Nagpur road plan was not just a set of formulae, it carried an assumption about the shape of the network inside it. Villages to towns, towns to capitals, expanding outward. Question 14. From the point of view of traffic operation, which pattern is not considered convenient? Option 1, rectangular or block. Learn that phrasing because it turns up almost word for word in question papers, and know the reason, not just the answer. In a rectangular pattern, every junction is a 4-arm crossing, and a 4-arm crossing carries the largest number of conflict points. Question 15. Which pattern gives the fewest conflict points at its junctions? Option 2, hexagonal, 3 roads at a node instead of 4. Questions 14 and 15 are mirror images of one another, so answer them together and you will never get either wrong. Question 16. The main disadvantage of the hexagonal pattern is that, option 3, there is no straight through route, so travel distances increase. Option 1 says too many roads meet at each node, that is backwards. The hexagonal pattern has the fewest roads at a node, and that is its whole point. If you marked option 1, you remembered the pattern but not what it was for. Question 17. In the star and grid pattern, the villages x1, x2, x3 and so on are connected to option 4, the towns that serve them, which act as the focal points. Then those towns connect upward to the district headquarters or the state capital, and the whole thing repeats on an expanding scale. Option 2, connected to the state capital directly, is the trap, and it misses the entire idea. The pattern works because it is built in levels. Question 18. The choice of a road pattern depends on all of the following except option 1, the thickness of the pavement crust. Crust thickness is a structural design matter. It has nothing to do with the shape of the network. The 3 genuine factors are in the other options: the locality, its terrain and shape, the layout of the towns, villages and production centers, and the choice of the planning engineer. Please do not leave that last one out of your written answer. It is a mark on its own, and it is the one students forget most often. Section C. Sketch recognition and application. 7 questions, and the first 3 are built on the figure in the paper. Question 19. In the figure, the pattern drawn at C is option 3, the hexagonal pattern, the honeycomb. Roads along the sides of the cells, 3 meeting at every node. Question 20. Which sketch shows the pattern followed by the city roads of Chandigarh? Option 1, A, straight roads at right angles, rectangular blocks. Question 21. In which sketch are the radial roads tied together by ring roads? Option 2, B. Now look at B and D together because this is the pair the whole section was built around. Both are radial, both have roads running out from a center. The only difference is what sits between those roads. In B, it is circles, the ring roads. In D, it is rectangular blocks, that is seen to again, drawn instead of said. If you can tell B from D, you understand this topic better than a student who has only learned the 6 names. Question 22. A vehicle that only wishes to pass from one side of the city to the other without entering the central area is best served by option 4, a ring road in the radial and circular pattern. Watch the road, it joins the ring, travels around, leaves on the radial it needs, and the center stays clear. That is what a ring road is for. Question 23. The radial and circular pattern relieves the congested center but introduces the difficulty that option 2, the junctions where the radial roads meet the ring roads become complicated, and this is the lesson of the whole topic in one question. Every pattern buys something and pays for it somewhere else. The ring solved the congestion problem and handed you a junction problem in exchange. Option 1, the radial roads can no longer reach the center, is false. They still do. Option 4 belongs to the rectangular pattern. Question 24. 3 of the 6 patterns are radial. They differ from one another only in. Option 3. What fills the space between the radial roads? If you remember one sentence from this entire paper, make it this one. Question 25. Which statement about road patterns is correct? Option 4. Each pattern has its own advantages and limitations, and other geometric patterns are also possible. Option 1 is the trap for a student who has learned it too rigidly. 6 patterns are described. That does not mean only 6 can exist. There is no single best pattern, and your exam will not ask you for one. So, count your score, 20 or more, you know this topic. 16 to 19 is a solid pass, and the paper is designed so that 16 is a good score. Below 16, do not worry, but go back to the notes and this time draw the patterns rather than read them. And whatever your score, 3 things are worth carrying away. 1. Draw all 6 because when the question says with neat sketches, the sketches are where the marks are. 2. Chandigarh is rectangular, Connaught Place is radial and circular, and do not let them swap. 3. The Nagpur road plan assumed star and grid. The study notes and this practice paper are both waiting free on our Telegram channel. Next time, we leave Unit 1 and go out into the field to see how a road is actually located and surveyed. Until then, keep learning civil the easy way.